Okay, getting ready for liftoff here. It's funny how when you don't do this, this stuff for a while, you get rust. And boy, I've got rust. I realize that it's like playing music when you're used to playing a gig and then you don't play a gig and you come back and play a gig. You realize how much you forget quickly. Okay, let's get this turned on. And away we go. Guys, I'm delighted that you're here. It's important in any trading space to have our risk disclaimer. So this is something that is critical. All the information that we're sharing is for training and educational purposes, and nothing or no one is in this call is offering investment advice or financial advice. Sharing is only personal opinion and observations for information, and is being presented for documentary purposes. This information may represent exceptional, not typical results, and members have the option to receive commissions. Your results could be different. Profit amounts cannot be guaranteed. There's a high level of risk involved when trading leverage products such as Forex and CFDs. It is possible that you may lose the entire amount of your account balance. Past performance is not an indication of future results. And basically, you know, what I share with people is only put money in here you can afford to lose. You know, personally, I don't think you will lose it, which is why I'm putting my own money in here. But if you have that as your mindset, that's a good place from which to start. So with that said, we've got the lawyers smiling now. Well, I guess, do lawyers smile? A little bit about me. For those that don't know me, I'm here in Seattle, Washington. I'm an American. 64 years old, married to a lovely woman that hails from Romania. Originally, she and her daughter came here. She's almost 20 years ago now. And she has a daughter, Alexandra. I have a son, Robbie. For fun, I'm into fly fishing and bass guitar. As far as my professional resume, I like trading. I like Forex. I like real estate. I like crypto. And I also like internet marketing. In other words, reaching out and getting reach in the marketing efforts that I do, and more on that in just a moment. But just to give you a little bit of background about me. Now, what we'll go over today is we'll go over in part one. We have two parts today, by the way. The first part will be the presentation, and then we'll take after the Q&A, a quick break and get into how you can get plugged in if you choose to engage with us and get enrolled, and show you the stability and the maturity of the broker. You'll see the transparency and performance of the trader. And then optionally, if you choose to engage in the affiliate part, you can see how you can increase your proceeds in your trading account, your capital, a great deal. And so that's basically what our game plan is today as far as the agenda. First and foremost, this broker, I had basically decided I liked this broker enough prior to encountering the DAX trading, the copy trading that you're going to see today, prior to really engaging with Robert Russell, who is the fellow that enrolled me. I saw a post on his Facebook wall and it got my attention. But prior to all of that, I had really had this broker on a short list of brokers that I liked because it checked a lot of boxes. It had, you know, good reviews, good ratings, good credibility in the marketplace. And that is central to risk reduction. In other words, if you have a good, strong broker, you do reduce your risk. If you have a fly-by-night broker that, you know, just got their license, you know, 2 weeks ago, that's a different story. This broker's been in business for well over 12 years, and you'll see that. Also, they have hard to imagine, 4.5 million clients in 169 countries. And as you see on the bottom of the screen here, very good reviews as far as what the press thinks of them. This is the stuff that caught my eye initially before I encountered this, what you're seeing today, this DAX trading specifically. And our trader, by the way, keep in mind that our trader has somewhere around, and I don't know what the number is, the current number is. If somebody has that number, Robert, maybe if you have that number or somebody does on the call, pop that into chat if you would, because the overall number of clients that are following this particular trader goes up like crazy. 17,000 would have to be Letise. He's the man on the spot always. Thank you, Letise. I appreciate that. So not, hardly a week, I think ago, it was 15,000. That gives you a sense of the kind of growth that's taking place here. And also you'll see the reviews of the trader in a minute, but this is something that's very, very significant also. The company is registered in the country of Belize and also is regulated according to their Trading and Financial Commodity-Based Derivative Instruments and Other Securities Act. That's the FSC Act. And also you see that there is an arbitration. It's a coalition of people that and brokers that get together and basically acts like insurance. So if there's some dispute or debate that you have with your account with RoboForex, you actually have coverage to the extent of 20,000 euros, which is a nice additional benefit by being involved with RoboForex. And some really fine brokers are on that list with the Financial Commission. Now, what I want to show you also is that it's easy to get money in and out. One of the things that's critical is that you can use major financial instruments, Visa, MasterCard, et cetera, and many others, but those are the big ones. You also can use crypto depending on the country that you're in. So in the UK and Romania, my daughter is in Romania, which is where our account is hails from and where it comes from. In the UK, no crypto. In Bangladesh, Colombia, and Nigeria, crypto. So it's country specific. It depends on the country. And if you happen to be in one of, I just know those three because I have people in those different jurisdictions. But you can use Visa or MasterCard, which are the most widely used payment systems out there. And you also can retrieve your money. You can withdraw your money. And a really, really key point, you can withdraw your money at any time. So if there's something that you need money for, it's your money. You don't have to go hat in hand to somebody and say, I please owe my money. You can just withdraw it and you get it right away. So that's something that's really critical also, is that your money is always under your control. You never, ever lose control of your money. And these are the different instruments that are available to somebody with RoboForex. The one that we're working with DAX is all the way to the right. It's an indice or an index. What that means is the German 40, which is what it is. It used to be the German 30, and I read up a little bit on it. And basically, they added 10 more companies. It's the German 40. That is what we're trading. The company also has Forex, also has stocks, and also has cryptocurrencies as instruments that are available. So if you are inclined to branch out into other instruments, you have the possibility to do that. For instance, if you wanted to use your account for manual trading, you sure could. And it's a fine broker. It really is. They also are trialing, as they put it here, ETFs, soft commodities, meaning things like coffee, cocoa, sugar, corn, wheat, soybean, energies, oil, heating oil, natural gas, metals. Metals is one that's a very popular area also. Often, it's lumped under the umbrella of Forex, but things like gold and silver are very, very popular instruments to trade, and people like them. So these are all things that are available with RoboForex. And again, the thing that is striking is the number of awards this broker has won. They're 12 years old. They're really well thought of in the trading community generally. And now, what I want to get into now is information on the trader, and a couple of key points is this trader is what I really like, and a lot of people really like. There are traders out there, their trading strategies, they don't even tell you really who they are. And to me, there's just a red flag with that. It's like, why are you not disclosing who you are if your trading is good? Now contrast that to our trader here. He's highly transparent. You can go on his Instagram and see pictures of him where he lives. You can see his family there with him. He's not hiding at all. I mean, he's got videos, he's got YouTubes. And so if you don't have some of that information, get with the person that invited you here, get in their group. We have different groups depending on the teams here that you can get in and get that information. But I definitely encourage you to take a look at that. Also, you know, no small point, he's profitable. He was on vacation in Bali, I don't know how to pronounce it, this week, and apparently proposing to his significant other, and, you know, pretty well distracted. He still managed to trade a bit. And now it wasn't his best week, but he did trade and he made us some money. So, you know, of course, we're looking forward to him being back and really getting back in the saddle. But what a commitment to his community. You know, in spite of being on vacation, he still did some trading for us. So, you know, we were very appreciative of that. And the results that you're seeing on the screen here, Wall Street Invest, that top one right there, and I'll draw your attention to this number out here. This was approximately a little bit, I think, before I came aboard. I came aboard on the 6th of February. And this number within literally 2 weeks jumped up to $44 million of assets under management in that period of time. Then in another week, it jumped up to 60. So clearly the word is out on our guy. He is killing it. He is crushing it. He has very good returns. He has, what was that number from LATC? Appreciate that, LATC. 17,439 as we speak that are following his copy trading. So when he trades, that trade shows up in your account. That's what copy trading is. It's ultra simple. He trades, you get the trades in your account, you enjoy the benefit. Will he have losses from time to time? Yes, it's real trading. But if you look at the long-term horizon of his performance, and the beauty is, you see right here, it's 454 days that he has been tracked here on RoboForex. It's actually up well over that now. I think it's 480, something like that. So it's not, you know, he started doing this a week ago. He's been doing this for, help me out on the months, but it's a while, you know, whatever that 480 days divided by, you know, by 365 a year. He's been at it a good while. This is the guy. That is David Franke. And he is the top trader on RoboForex by a lot, not a little, by a lot, by 7 times higher than the next guy on the list, or the next gal. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whoever the next person is, he's really doing a heck of a job. And he earns daily returns. And again, you can leave them in and compound. You can withdraw them. That's a matter of what your risk tolerance is. You know, if you're really, really risk averse, you can withdraw all of your profits, get your principal back, and then be trading on your profits. That's the ultra conservative model. If you choose to go, you know, it's very subjective as to what you like. It may be different than what I like, or Robert likes, or people in the organization. These are some representative examples of income that has been produced. His January trading results, 23.9. And I believe, Robert, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the gross profit number. Am I right on that?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, good. So guys, 30% is his trading fee, and 30% each week. Today, for instance, on Saturday, he charges that 30%. So whatever you have earned in profits, he charges 30%. And that is right off the top of the profits. And so you're basically receiving 70% of what he earns. Still a phenomenal number when you see his overall production. Also, we're going to get into different things on the agenda. Monday is a time when you can plug into a back office training workshop that Robert Russell leads, and other people on the team that are very capable. Tony Lack, Rav, others that are just do a terrific job in leading people through the process of plugging into this space. So that's a great, if you are building this as somebody that is enrolling people, and you don't have to, it's optional. You can just be a client and we love you. But if you are building it, it's super handy to be able to have capable people. When you're brand new as an affiliate, You can be there helping your people and doing your best, but you have people that are more skilled and more experienced being able to help you walk through how to get your people plugged in. Also on Wednesday, same time, 8 p.m. GMT, you'll have to find out what time that is in the time zone that you're in. And we send out links that help you do that. But GMT is kind of the standard time, and it's that time in London. And then we have these on Saturday. Part 1 is what we're doing right now. Part 2 will follow this. So when we're done, we'll get into that. We'll take a quick break after the Q&A, and then come back and roll up our sleeves and show people how to get plugged into this whole process. Now, if you are interested in going ahead or wanting more details, the main thing you need to do is get back to the person that referred you here. Get their link. They have a link that they can give you that will enable you to register. And if you have that link, when we get to part 2, you can literally follow along on your side with what we're doing with the written instructions, and myself, Robert, and others will chime in to help you if there are any questions on that. Now, I have a question for you. Would you like to maximize the amount of income that your capital has in your account? You know, kind of a dumb question, I realize. Yes, of course. Because if you're open to referring people to this, okay, I'm going to show you a number in a minute here of my own account, like literal, you know, highly transparent. And what happened, because here's what I have chosen to do. I put $1,000 in my account. The trading is terrific. If I was just a client, I would be tickled with the trading results. If I wasn't inclined to do the marketing stuff. I am, because of my background, but if I wasn't, I'd be happy with the trading. What I have chosen to do in my own account, and it's your call, it's your business, your money, your you know, whatever you want to do, it's optional. But if you choose to do something similar to what I did, which is take all of the proceeds from the commissions earned, and there's 2 different compensation plans that are here. One is from the brokerage. They share with us the fees that they charge, the spread or the fees on different instruments, depending on the instruments. We get paid on that on a team of 5 levels deep. So there's 5 tiers that we get paid on. There's that. Then the trader has agreed. You remember I mentioned the number of 30%. The trader charges 30. And if you choose to be an affiliate, you can use your link, subscribe people to that trader. Then the trader says, okay, of that 30%, you're the affiliate with the people that are direct to you, your personals, your front line, depending on how you call it. It's your personals or your directs. Most people from the networking business use that terminology. You get half of that. You get 15%. Now let that sink in for a minute. You get somebody, and people will often start out with a small account. They want to test the water. Cool. Good on you. You know, you don't want to, plow a bunch of money in until you have the, certainty and the confidence in the process. But invariably, people start with a small account and they then grow that account to a bigger account. Whatever the profit is that is generated, you get 15% of the people that you enroll when those people have used your affiliate link called the CopyFX link. CopyFX is the broker split. RoboForex affiliate is the 5-tier plan on the broker fees. Okay, so we've got 2 different compensation plans. They're completely unrelated. Both are powerful, but if you want rapid increase to your own account, the one that is the CopyFX one, in other words, signing people up and having them subscribe to this trader through your link, you'll see how that impacted my numbers significantly here in just a minute personally. So if that sounds interesting to you, we'll show you how to do that. It's quite simple to do that. Okay, moving right along. So up to 70% of the revenue on that plan, in other words, you keep and what they're alluding to here is the payout that is taking place on the affiliate and partner program. There are no payout limits. There's daily payments this is now on the affiliate part, the RoboForex affiliate part. CopyFX, the trader split, takes place weekly. This part takes place daily. Okay. And there's 24/7 support. You know, there are hiccups in any kind of a plan. We have found customer service to be quite good when we have questions. There was a period of time where Robert wasn't getting paid on what I was up to, and it was because I hadn't verified my card. And the minute I did, he got paid, and then all of a sudden I started getting bigger commission amounts daily. So there was a takeaway that was a recent takeaway that we discovered. And that now is incorporated into the instruction set that you'll see in part 2. In other words, as we figure things out, we're making it more and more clear and better each time we discover something new that we weren't aware of. And so you've got a team that is very, very keen on making this work and be clear and simple and help you avoid some of the pitfalls. These are the different ways to earn. You've got daily trader returns. You've got the 15% from your directs. That's the copy FX part. The commissions from trade fees, 5 levels deep, quite good. And I actually was, I'll be candid, I was kind of dismissive of that part. I changed my tune when I started getting 30 to 50 bucks a day recently. I went, okay, you have my attention. You know, because I can contribute that again to my trading account. And the loyalty program, I have not experienced that yet. So when we get to that slide, I'll have our friend from Ireland chime in on that one because he's more adept at explaining that certainly than I am. So this is my first go of doing the presentation here. So I'm figuring out this whole process kind of as we go here. But here's an example. Here are your funds in your account. Let's say that you earned a 23% gross profit, okay, 1150, and then you multiply that times 0.7, and you'll see that the loyalty program kicks in out there, but the 0.7 is the part that would then get you to net profit, depending on if you meet the loyalty program, which Robert will explain here in a minute, then you can add that 15% as well. But if you take the net right here, of 1170 or 1150 in my example, 0.7 would be 805 would be the net amount in your account that what is this here? Is this a that would be in a month, I think. So here is, what have we got here? 25,000 times 23%, 5750 times 0.3 is 1725. If that's the gross amount of people on your front line, your directs, you would receive half of that number. And that's what that green number, I believe, is out on the right-hand side there. So in other words, 1720 divided by 2, yeah, that looks right. So there is the income that you would enjoy in a month from your directs that have, and actually it might be in a week, depending on, you know, how much you have in your business. That's what's really exciting. You can impact this directly and quickly. Here is the compensation in the RoboForex affiliate part of the equation. This is the part that is paid on the broker fees, broker spreads or broker fees. You have 5 different tiers of compensation that is paid on that. And here is something that is really exciting. I teased you with what my own account was. This is my own account, and this is how much it was impacted by adding commissions from my affiliate and copy FX trading to my account. This was as of yesterday, not today. I didn't add those numbers in yet, but there's the numbers of $412 since February 6th. Now we're a little bit over a month. We're 5 days over a month, but we had a short month last month, but that's the numbers. That's the real numbers for me. Will you earn this? I don't know. You know, am I representing that you're going to earn something exactly like this? I am not, because past performance is not an indication of future results. May your results vary. They might. May they not be as good? They might. May they be as good or better? They might. So these were my numbers. These were real numbers. I can prove it. And what jumped out to me was that number at the bottom. You know, I'm putting all of my commissions, all of my, proceeds that come into the account. So it juices up that number of $412. But here's the thing. If you do this and you have the resources to do that, and you don't need to pull the money out. If you put 1% per day in a compounding calculator, and I'll show you that in part 2. If we have a chance, remind me and I'll show you. I've got a good compounding calculator that is easy to use, and I can show you how to use it. Let alone if you put 2% a day, 20 trading days a month, it'll knock your socks off. I mean, it is a powerful thing. When you see exactly what the impact of that is. Now, again, will everybody earn 2%? No. What do you bring to the party as far as your skills and all of that? If you're going to get into the affiliate part, I've been doing this since my hair was a different color, so I've done it a long while. And, if you're brand new to that, you may have some learning curve in becoming an affiliate, but is it worth learning? I submit that it is, because you can really, really augment your results in a big way. And here's the thing. If you're bad, if you're as bad as you're going to be in showing this to somebody, if you've got a result and you go to somebody and say, look, I made let's say $200 in that period of time on $1,000, that's a 20% return. Is that impressive? Still, it is. You show that to somebody and they're going to go, I want that. Where do I get it? That quickly. They won't take a long time to think about it. That's the thing that I've noticed in this business, is there's a very, very high acceptance rate when I show this to people. There's not a lot of pushback at all. There's some businesses that you show to people and they're like, oh, go away. I don't want to do this. They look at it and they go, I want it. Just that. I have a fella, he's in Israel, and we're involved in a different project together, and he hadn't done much there. He hadn't done anything really. He got in here and he says, I need to have results. And so I kind of, oh yeah, okay, whatever. He got in here, he had 2 days worth of results. He'd enrolled 3 people. By the end of the week, 4 days later, he had 7 people. I went, okay, you win. His numbers spoke for themselves. He did need to have results. And when he had them, people were readily seeing the value. So the loyalty program, I'm going to let our friend from Ireland chime in on this one. I'm going to ask him to do it because he's better at it than I am. He knows it. So, Mr. Russell.
Hey, Robert, how's things? So guys, the loyalty program, this is based on your 5 levels deep. Okay. You're probably thinking it's 2 different things, but the loyalty program is literally tied in to the trade fees. This is the 5 levels deep. It's so important. There's 2 steps before I'll go into this. Okay. There's a wee thing in the back office that you fill out. Okay. This is in the registration part. We have it all explained what you got to do. You got to go reach out to support, put in a ticket and say, you're now referring people to the system. You want to be approved for the 5 levels deep. The next step, folks, make sure yourself, you verify the card. That's in funds, your cards. Make sure you verify it, and anybody in your directs does the same, and their directs and their directs. Okay, so that's the most important part before I go into this. So we're going to go in an example. For the month of January, folks, okay, in the trade fees, 5 levels deep, over the month, I earned $570, okay. This was on the 5 levels. Throughout all my team, this would have earned me. So then on the 1st of March, I qualified for the 15% because I earned over 500 in February, okay. So then on the 1st of March, that was entitled to me to another 15% on top what I earned. So I got an extra $90 on the 1st of March. Does that make sense, Robert? So this month, folks, now we start again. Okay, so what you earn in the month from the 5 levels deep, if you earned $1,000 for the month of March, the 1st of April, you still qualify for the 15%. So that means you get another $150 on the 1st of April.
Nice. Thank you for that. He's teaching me a whole new lexicon of terms. A wee bit. I have some fun with my Irish friend at his expense most of the time, because Churchill famously said way back when, 2 people separated by a common language. There we have it. Okay. So again, what you want to do, guys, is you want to get into this, get together with the person that referred you here, get their link. Okay, it's a very simple link. It ends in a 4-digit code. Be sure to get that affiliate link to enroll. So hopefully you have seen the strength of our broker. Hopefully we've shown you that the trader and his results are really good. His transparency is good. We've gone over the affiliate plan and how we can increase your capital quickly if you choose to engage in it. And it's optional. You know, if you say, I don't want any part of that talking to others, I just want my own capital to grow, we love you. I mean, but if you choose to do that, we love you more. Won't lie. And then lastly, we'll get into a Q&A here. This is basically the conclusion of part 1. Then we're going to get into the Q&A, and then we'll bring this part in for a landing, and then we'll take a quick break and come back for part 2, where we can show you how to roll your sleeves up and get enrolled and signed up in the process. So with that, do we have any questions? I haven't been following chat at all. So any questions in chat, or any questions, if you'd like to come on mic, please do. Please be mindful of the fact that if you have background noise, we can hear everything. Your microphone works brilliantly, and we can hear it, and we can't unhear it. So with that said, please unmute if you have a question, and we'd be delighted to try and get your question answered. I need to have my cricket noise. Crickets. Oh, there's Clinton Clark. Mr. Clark.
Hey guys, how is everybody? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, Clinton, go ahead. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I was talking, Robert Burns, I was talking to Robert Irish, and where my confusion is, and I've got one really big player, the concept, the loyalty bonus and the 5-tier compensation and the numbers that are there are confusing a little bit. So I want to be crystal clear on what we're dealing with. That entire 5-tier compensation plan, including the loyalty bonus, is all completely funded by the commissions charged by RoboForex, correct?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
that's all.
so,
that's all. Yeah, that's
Well,
the,
and it's commissions and spreads. So
Okay.
on DAX, there actually is no commission, but there's and by the way, the spread is super competitive. It's 70 cents. I've never seen that anywhere. It's a terrific spread, but that's the only thing that the broker is charging on this particular trading is 70 cents on that. So we get a piece of that that's sliced up over 5 tiers.
Right. And then those numbers, Robert Russell, that you're showing as examples, and I know they're just examples, are numbers of commissions that fund the pool that you then cut up and show people what they could get.
So as we said, the example, this is different from the trade fees. This is like people that you bring in directs to you. We're just giving an example of, like, if you brought in 5 people on your front line and they all funded with 5,000. So that means your front line is equal to 25,000 in funds in total. Then we just say, for an example, the trader did for the month 23%.
Okay, so hold on. I'm sorry. I want to make sure we're talking, and sometimes I think I have a learning disability, so stay with me. The 5,000, I guess it's the 23% that kind of confuses me. Again, the trader profit, the trader split of that 30% is that's in a different book, a different chapter, a different library. Let's leave it out, right? So let
me chime in, Clint. The 23% was a number that may be a gross profit number in a given month.
Okay.
So in other words, there's your gross profit. So we have a starting number on which to calculate. Then we do of that number, the 30% that the trader takes off the top of that gross profit number.
Okay, so the 5,000 is the gross dollars of spread.
Let me get this on the screen so that we have a reference point for you and for me and for everybody. Let me hang on a minute here and I'll get that slide on the screen.
And if this is too deep dive, just let me know and we'll hit it later.
No, this is fine. This, this is the one you were asking about, right?
Let's see. Not seeing it.
Hang on. Yeah, it helps when the host is smart enough to share the screen.
Correct. Yeah, made my head explode.
Okay, so look here. This is $25,000 that you have in your. Actually, this, I don't know what this 25 bucks is here. That confused me.
So what we're saying is you have 5 people, 5 directs. Okay, 5 directs.
Got it. Okay.
Example, those 5 directs, each one of them puts in 5,000. So we do 5,000 by 5 gives us 25,000 in total.
Got it. Got it.
So then for the month, we're just doing an example. The trader does 23%. Okay. So on that 25,000 in profit, the trader has made $5,750. Is that okay so far?
Clear as a bell.
So,
Clint, but hang tight. Clint, are you tracking?
Yeah, but we've got 2 different libraries here, but keep going.
So that profit for that month at 23% was 5,750. Okay. So that 5,750, the trader, as we say, takes 30%. Okay. So 30% of that 5,700 is 1,725. That's to the trader. Then if you're referring people like myself, like Clinton, like Robert, he splits that then with you 50-50. So for the month, you would have had $862 commissions.
Oh yeah, that I understand. That's crystal clear. It's the commissions within RoboForex where I'm baffled.
You're talking about the 5 tiers.
The 5 tiers.
Okay, let's go over there.
Right.
These are the 5 tiers, and you get whatever revenue is on 5 levels. You get 35% of your tier 1 level, 20% of your tier 2, 15 tier 3, 12.5 tier 4, 10% tier 5.
Okay.
Whatever here's the simple way. This is just my simple-minded way of doing this for me. I just look at, if I've got a lot of people tier 1, I'm going to get a percentage of something that's a bigger number on their brokerage fees. It's just the brokerage fees. It might be the split, or rather the spread.
Right.
It might be commission. It might be both on some instruments. And how that's computed, candidly, I don't have a clue. I just know that it shows up and it's a pretty good number, and it's higher than I thought, a lot higher.
Okay, where I got
ask?
confused, Robert, is both Roberts. Where I got confused is that previous slide I thought was talking about the RoboForex commissions.
No.
And I could not connect the dots. So can you go forward? And I apologize for talking over whoever else is trying to jump in. Can you go forward a couple more slides to see because this is simple to me. These are the splits in a unilevel down 5 levels based on this gross number of commissions.
Let's just go here. You stop me when you want to stop. Okay, I'm starting at the top of the affiliate part. Here is the 4 ways to earn. Okay.
That I got.
Okay. Here is what we just went over on an individual level. So you have $5,000 in, 23% gross profit, just as an example. It may be higher, it may be lower, but just to show an example, that's $1,150 in gross profit. Multiply that times 0.7. And because you have enough account size that you would get the 15% loyalty, you get a net amount of 9.25.
Yeah, this is where I'm
Robert,
lost again.
Hang tight for a minute. Am I right on that, Robert? Stop me if I'm not, please.
Yeah, no, you're correct. This is only on yourself. If the trader's trading for you, this is nobody else. This is just for you. If you come in with $5,000 in your account, this is as far as it goes. This is if somebody as a passive person comes in, puts in 5,000, they're not building. This is what they earn. If that makes
completely lost.
On what part?
So,
well, this is we're talking about a $5,000 person. That's my account. I'm going to earn $1,150 because I got 23% that month.
Yep. There you go. Mhm.
Got it. I mean, it's basic 101.
And
The
where you lost?
15% loyalty bonus, who's giving that to me?
RoboForex.
I have a $5,000 account and they're going to give me $900.
No. What they're doing is they're giving you whatever you had earned. In other words, 1150. I think I see where the issue is, and this is something that we can work on the slide for clarity. But if you take 1150 times 0.7, you get what? Actually, I'm going to do this on here for everybody's benefit, just to show you that I'm not cheating. I'm very proud of my HP12C. I had one, this one right here, the real one.
1980 called me, want their calculator back.
1986. I'm proud of that. So 0.7 times, we've got 805. Okay. Then we multiply times 1.15 because of the loyalty bonus, and we get 9.25. I understand where that might be confusing, and we'll work on getting that slide more clear. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
it
makes no sense to me.
This part didn't?
No. But it's just.
Can I say what I think I'm seeing on there? I think I'm seeing on here that 0.7 is what that's taking out the 30% brokerage fee, and times 1.15, yeah, is the commission that's split.
No.
To a downline.
No.
No, right, okay.
No. What this is representing is the gross profit that's earned, taking out the trader share, which is 30%. That's the 0.7. You multiply it by 0.7 to get a net number 30% less than the gross profit. Then you multiply it times 1.15, or you add 15% to it.
Right.
Because
so the loyalty fee.
This account qualifies for the loyalty program.
Right. So the loyalty fee is based on trade profits.
No, guys, that's totally all wrong. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to explain it exactly because I can see what's happening now. I'm going to break this slide down. Okay. So this account is 5,000. All right.
Yep.
We get 23% for the month, which is giving us 1,150. Okay. We're allowed 70% of this, which gives us $800. Okay. That 1.15 then is equal to if you are referring people on your front line. Okay. That's that 15%. That's nothing to do with the loyalty program.
Right. That's what I thought it was.
That's that 15% from your directs goes on top of that. That means the trader only takes 15%. Instead of getting 0.7, you're getting 0.85. This slide needs to be made more clear.
Yeah. What's confusing is the word loyalty down here.
Yeah, it's wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. So
on top of that, can I just say, on top of that, it should be 0.15, not 1.15, because that's saying that you're giving back more. That's not 15%. 15% is 0.15.
Yeah.
So it's 1.15, which was confusing me for the loyalty program.
Well, good. This is exactly the kind of feedback that will help us get this crystal clear.
Yeah.
So expect this slide to look quite a bit different the next time you see it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thank you all for that feedback. Here's the bottom line. You can make a lot of money here. So there you have it. I want to tell you a quick story. There's two guys that I view as mentors of my networking business, and I'm like one of them. I'm that guy that wants to, do all the analytical and do all the stuff, wake me up at 3 a.m. and I could explain the comp plan standing on my head. I'm that guy. We will get it right because of that. And I think Robert is that guy too. But these two gentlemen were my mentors. Eric Worre and Jeff Olson were on stage in 1995. And Eric looked over and he says, I'm that guy. I'm the technical guy. And he points over at Jeff and he says, I still can't explain the last comp plan, or Jeff, excuse me, could not explain the last comp plan at all. I mean, Jeff was not that guy. Jeff was get the basics done really well. And he said, his bank account is 4 times bigger than mine. I went, So in other words, don't panic if you don't know the algebra. if you can get people to see this, if you want to do the affiliate part, just simply get them to the events. That's the magic. In other words, I've got something I want you to see. You may or may not be interested. It takes about a half an hour unless Robert's doing it. He's long-winded. That's it. So if you can get people here, we'll do our best to show it to them, and we'll, things like this. We're new at this. We'll get this cleared up.
I have a question on trading style,
Please.
because this is important from a tax perspective. You mentioned two things. We've had contracts for difference mentioned, and we've got spreads mentioned. Now, from a tax in the UK only tax perspective, contracts for difference are subject to capital gains tax, but spread bets are not subject to any tax, as they're regarded as gambling. And that's quite important to know which we're dealing with.
Not only would I be giving tax advice, but tax advice in a country I'm wholly unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
The tax.
No, it's just the trading style. It dictates the tax treatment here. So we need to know whether we're dealing. Are we dealing with pips, for example, or we're dealing with contracts for difference?
We're dealing with contracts for difference. That part I'm clear.
That's fine.
Contract for difference is what indices are described as broadly, and you're earning profit on the basis of movement in the market, the relative profit from one place to a different place, either up or
that's
down.
fine. That's fine.
Spread may be confused here because when you enter a trade, there is a 70-cent spread per Dow point on this DAX instrument. In other words, if you're entering a position size that would be a full lot, I think it's a full lot, is 70 cents immediately when you enter that trade. And somebody that's more familiar with DAX, if I'm incorrect, please correct me. So does that make sense? Does that start to answer your
it just clarifies it. I mean, that means that for people in the UK, you've got a 12.5 grand capital gains tax allowance, which you can use and be tax free. And above that, you pay 20% capital gains tax on your profits. That's quite simple.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to move there. That's a lot better than ours here. I have to actually claim this. We'll be claiming it in Romania, and I don't know their tax system at all. But good questions. I would defer to a tax accountant, somebody that's qualified to answer that properly.
Yeah, well, that's where I went to try and get the UK perspective on it.
Right.
Went to somebody who was a specialist in dealing with these trading systems.
Perfect. Okay. Do we have? Let's see. We've got this information is not directed to. Okay. Thank you for that, LATC. Those are the countries that are not. This is not available in USA, Canada, Japan, Australia. Some of the big ones, Brazil, and then lots of smaller countries. Probably I don't know what that total list is, but the vast majority of countries in the world, it is available in. So including the UK, including New Zealand, it's available a lot of places. We've got, the majority of the globe are potential prospects. India is open, China is open. Huge populations. By the way, do you know where the highest number of English speakers are in the whole world? China. Let that sink in. So if you're worrying about language barrier,
not as a first language though.
No, not as a first language, but I'll plow through. I'm married to a not as first language, not Chinese. She's Romanian, but I'm used to that drill. Anyway, do we have other questions when it comes to taxes? Each person responsible. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Maria, for that. Exactly. And the country they're in and tax compliance. That is everybody's own responsibility to check with somebody that's qualified to answer that in your jurisdiction. Did that disclaimer sound good? Okay. What other questions? Don't be shy. Raise your hand if you have a question. raise your hand, or, oh, there we are. Mr. Clark is back for more.
This is a simple one. I'm sure you've seen it or whatever, but guys, there's a guys and ladies, there's a 1-hour YouTube interview with David the trader that I would strongly encourage you to watch. He talks about his background. He originally was an aggressive trader, got burned, and has pulled back, and he just comes across as really super genuine. And I think one of the things that Robert is doing is aggressively encouraging us to understand that this trader is different than all the others. We've all had experience, a lot of us have, with copy traders. People hide behind names and all that kind of stuff. This guy is genuine, and I would encourage you to grab that link. Robert, I'll grab it and post it in the Telegram group.
I actually post it here right now if you have it. Don't
okay,
be
yeah,
shy.
I'll find it
Put it in,
and
put it in
post
chat.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really good interview.
Yeah. One of the things that it's no small deal. There are trading outfits that do copy trading, and they hide the traders. They literally hide the traders. They do not tell you who they are. You don't have a name, a face, even a name. And to me, that's a huge red flag. In other words, why, if you're doing well, if you're doing good, why are you hiding? I don't cotton to that at all. I want somebody that is proud of what he's doing or she's doing. They stand up and here I am, and he's going to have losing days also. Make no mistake. It's real trading. So I like creating realistic expectation levels. So you don't, oh, well, losing day, panic. It's not a panic. That's part of trading. The very best traders on the planet have losing days. They do. It's real trading. That's part of real trading. And he'll have them. But if you look at his overall timeline, it's up and to the right. It's up and to the right. And he's doing a terrific job. When he's really fully in the saddle, not traveling to Bali, he crushes it. I mean, week in and week out, and that's it. You can see, thank you for that, Clint. You can see the results of that just immediately. And so, if you're worried about some of that, start with a number. If you're going to engage with us, this is a segue into part 2 here, but start with a number that's comfortable for you, where you can test the water and see how it works. Don't put in, don't put in a huge number for you, put in a small number. It has to be over $100. If you're going to use crypto, the number that Robert and I have settled on, his number, actually, I settled on, he proposed it, and I thought that's a good number, $120, because that'll accommodate for crypto fees. And then you have a little bit left over, but that number, many places around the globe, that's dinner. And in fact, not even that good a dinner these days with inflation. So, you can put that in, test the water, see how it goes. If you like it, terrific. You'll figure out how to put more money in. If it's not for you, you can pull your money out. It's not a huge, huge endeavor. And the very best way you can see this and actually experience it is to get in and experience it. See how it works. See exactly how the mechanics of it work. One of the things that you don't have to do, you don't have to even install MT4. You can just get the account set up and watch your proceeds come in your account. Now, if you're a propeller head like me, you're going to want your MT4 set up so you can see the trades come in. Do you have to do that? No, you don't. But can you do that? Yes, you can. And I like watching this guy trade. He's good. I'm learning lots from watching David Franke trade. Okay. I like, oh, what did he do there? Why is he coming in with that position size right there? Oh, look, there's a big support area right there. Yep. Makes sense. That's, and for me, that's O dark 100. I mean, it's, I'm Pacific time here in the US. It is just about 9 a.m. here. So, imagine what time that is. The London Open is in the middle of the night, but sometimes I'm crazy enough to stay up and watch him. So, I do. Okay. Any other questions before we get into part 2?
How do you pronounce or how do you spell David's last name?
Franke, and I don't know, is it the E silent or is the E enunciated? Somebody that knows him or has heard that, please chime in. Is it Frankie or is it Frank? Crickets. Y'all are not helping me, man. Throw me a life preserver. Come on.
I think it's Frankie.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, I think it's Frankie in German.
Okay.
Robert, you do need to get that little button where you can have the cricket sound.
The cricket sound, yes. Yeah, the cricket sound is a very important part of being a moderator of a Zoom. You know, this complete silence. It's like, oof. It's like when a comic tells the joke and they get to the punchline and the audience goes. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's take a quick 5-minute pause. If you came to see it, you came to see the Q&A, we're officially done on that part. Part 2 will be, here's how you get plugged in. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. I'm going to stop the stream, and we'll get into the explanation of how to get enrolled and registered. If you don't have the link of the person that referred you here, now would be a fine time to get it, because you can literally follow along. And if you have a question while you're doing it, we can answer it, and we can have you share your screen and see exactly where your question is. So if you don't have your referral link from the person that referred you here, go get it. And we will take it from there in part 2, which is the enrollment setup process, the registration